Assalamu alaikum everyone. Today we are gonna learn rules of Noon Saakin. There are four types of Noon Saakin rules. The first one is Iqlab. The second one is Idgham. And the third one is Izhar. And the fourth one is Ikhfa. The first rule which we are gonna learn is Iqlab. It means to change. The letter of Iqlab is Ba. The example of Iqlab is like the caterpillar changed into the butterfly. So in Iqlab, we have to change Noon Saakin into, we have to change the letter Ba into the Meen. Or we have to change the Noon Saakin into the letter Meen. We have to change the sound of Noon Saakin into the sound of Meen. When after Noon Sakina or Noon Tanween there is the letter Ba, then the sound of Noon is changed into the sound of Meen. There is a small meme written on the letter Noon. How do we know that we have to do Iqlab over here or we have to do Idgham? So when we have to do Iqlab, the first point is that there will be a small meme above the letter Noon. The second point is that after Noon Sakina or Noon Tanween, there always will be the letter Ba. How do we pronounce the letter? How do we pronounce the letter while Noon Sakin or Noon Tanween? How do we do Iqlab? We have to change the sound of Noon into the sound of Meen. And we have to do Gunna for 2 counts. Like if there is a Noon, we do not have to pronounce the Noon. We have to pronounce Meen instead of the Noon. This is Iqlab. And while doing that, we have to do Gunna for 2 counts. And after doing Iqlab, after doing these things, we have to pronounce Ba firmly by pressing our both lips together. And the letter Meen will be pronounced unclear by keeping a paper thin gap between the lips. This rule comes in 1 word or 2 words. The rules of Iqlab are nasal passage, lips slightly open, prepare to say Ba, 2 counts of Gunna. What is Iqlab? Iqlab is changing the sound of the letter Noon or Tanween to the sound of letter Meen. While implementing Ikhfa on the Meen. This means that we do Iqlab by changing the sound of the letter Noon or Tanween to the sound of Meen. We do not pronounce the letter Noon, but we take the sound of the letter Meen. When is Iqlab implemented? Iqlab is implemented when immediately after Noon Sakina or Noon Tanween there is the letter Ba. We change the Iqlab when there is Ba after Noon Sakina or Noon Tanween. The Arabic language has 28 letters, from which 1 letter is of Iqlab and the letter is Ba. Here is the example. As I told you that there is always a meme above the letter Noon. So over here also there is a small meme above the letter Noon. This means over here we are doing Iqlab. In each of the examples, there is a small meme above the letter Noon. We read this word by Mimbardi. We are doing Gunna of 2 counts. We are changing the sound of the Noon to the letter Meme. We are pronouncing Ba firmly by pressing both our lips. and there is always a ba after the noon sakina. So as you can see in each of the example, there is a ba, and there is the meme above it, and there is noon sakina. The noon doesn't have any haircut. It is with a sakin, which is not shown. The next is idgham. Idgham means to merge. Over here is an example like the previous one we did. It is the example that two arrows have merged together. This is an example of merge. They have merged together, and idgham is also to merge. Whenever after noon sakina or noon tanween, there is any of the 6 idgham letters. What are the 6 idgham letters? Waw, ya, mim, ra, lam, and noon. They are also separated in 3 different groups, which are 3 types of idgham. 3 types of idgham are idgham tam bighair gunna, idgham tam bil gunna, and idgham nakis bil gunna. Idgham tam bighair gunna is also called as idgham tam bila gunna, which means complete merging without gunna. And the letters of idgham tam bighair gunna are ra and lam. The second one is idgham tam bil gunna, which means complete merging without gunna. The letters of it are meen and noon. Okay, so there was a small mistake. It was over here, it was written without, but it is with. So, idgham tam bil gunna means complete merging with gunna. And idgham nakis bil gunna means incomplete merging with gunna. And the letters are ya and wow. So, idgham means to merge. So, idgham tam means complete merging. So, idgham tam means complete merging. Idgham tam, complete merging. Idgham nakis means incomplete merging. Merging means idgham and nakis means incomplete. So, idgham nakis, incomplete merging. Bighair means without, and bil means with. Bil, with. Gunna means gunna. So there are letters over here, the 6 letters of idgham, in which there are groups made. Ra and lam are together. Over here, as you can see, there are the letters of idgham tam bighair gunna. And meme and noon, meme over here and noon over here, they both are the letters of idgham tam bil gunna. And wow and ya, they are the letters of idgham tam nakis bil gunna. This rule always comes in 2 words. The first word should end with noon sakina or noon tanween, and the next word should always begin with any of the 6 idgham letters. Okay. Next is we are going to learn each of the types of idgham in detail. So the first one which we are going to learn is idgham tam bighair gunna. Idgham tam bighair gunna, or it is even said as idgham tam bila gunna. Okay, so whenever after noon sakina or noon tanween, there is the lam or ra. Lam or ra are the letters of noon, of idgham tam bighair gunna. So whenever they come, we have to do idgham tam bighair gunna. Whenever after noon sakina or noon tanween there is the letter lam or ra, then we will completely merge noon sakina or noon tanween into these letters without gunna. Idgham tam bighair gunna means complete merging without gunna. So we are gonna do complete merging, but we are gonna not do idgham. So this means that noon sakin is not pronounced this way. Noon is not pronounced at all, and the letter lam or ra, or then we will completely merge noon sakina or noon tanween into these letters without gunna. The examples are shown over here. The examples of ra are in the first row, and the examples of lam are in the second row. First example of ra is mirrabbika. Over here, noon is not pronounced. We will read these two words as mirrabbika. Mirrabbika. So we are not pronouncing the noon, but we are pronouncing ra. We are not even doing the gunna. Ishati radiya. Mirrabbika. Mirrabbikum. La'ufur rahim. The example of lam are yakullahu humazatil lumazah zalimul linafsihi milladunka. So these were the examples of idgham tam bila gunna. What is idgham tam bila gunna? It is to hide the utterance of the first letter, which is noon, in the pronunciation of the second letter, which are one of the letters of idgham bila gunna, without giving stress and emphasis to the diphthong. So this means that we are hiding the pronunciation of noon, but we are pronouncing the first letter of the other word. We are not pronouncing noon, but we are pronouncing the first letter of the other word. When is idgham tam bila gunna implemented? Tam bila gunna is implemented when immediately after noon sakina or tanween there is one of the following these two letters. That means it is changed, it is merged immediately whenever there are lam and ra after noon sakina or noon tanween. There are 28 letters of the Arabic language, from which 2 lam and ra are in idgham tam bila gunna. Idgham. Now we're going to learn idgham tam bil gunna. Whenever after noon sakina or noon tanween there is a letter, there are 2 letters from which any letter comes, mim or ya, mim or noon, sorry, there's a mistake. Then we will completely merge noon sakina or noon tanween into these letters with gunna. We're gonna merge them completely and with gunna. Here are some examples of mim. Habalum mim. That means I have did gunna and I have completely merged noon sakin into mim. We're here noon min. I have completely merged noon into the noon sakin into noon with harakat. What is idgham tam bil gunna? Idgham tam bil gunna is to hide the utterance of the first letter, which is noon, in the pronunciation of the second letter, which is one of the letters of idgham tam bil gunna. This is the same meaning as the first one. Now we're going to learn idgham nakis bil gunna. Whenever after noon sakina or noon tanween there is a letter waw or ya, we will merge noon sakina or noon tanween into these letters with gunna. We are gonna incompletely merge. We're gonna not completely merge. Then nakis means incomplete. So Nakis means incomplete. Incomplete. That means we're gonna not completely merge it. We are gonna half merge it, not full. So the example is Adu wa Thamud. We are not completely merging Noon Sakin into Wow. The example of Ya is Wa Mayyamal. We're not completely merging it. So these are the